In this video, I'm going to review a little bit of the process of marble identification. On this channel, I do mostly um, coin searches, looking for errors and things of that nature. But I do have a passion for marbles. I love marbles. Um, I have a marble category on the channel. You can click that and you can see all the different marble videos I have. And it took me a long time to learn how to research marbles. And I've been buying and selling marbles for years. And it's probably not until the past, this past year that I've gotten more of a grip on how to identify marbles through internet tools, basically, really. Unless you're raised around marbles and you had someone teach you, um, it's very difficult to break into marble collecting because it's there are so many types and misidentifications on online that it's just too confusing, really, for a person who's casually purchasing a marble here and there to learn how to identify them. So I'm going to show you a little bit of the process of how I identify marbles, and maybe that'll help you. Obviously, if you're a marble expert, then um, maybe this will remind you of years and years ago when you first started out. Okay, so first thing I do is I put marbles into jars that are similar. So this one here I have listed as clear base. Now there might be um, an opaque or a solid base that gets mixed in. Like you might look at this one and think that this is a because that's a solid color, but it's a clear base, right? If we put it to I should have a flashlight here, but uh, if we put a flashlight underneath this, you can tell that the blue is a clear glass. Now, this would be a better example of that because you can see through it. The other blue, it's a little darker and more difficult to see through. Here you can see the solid glass beneath the clear green glass. And so this is a good example of a clear base. I probably should have grabbed this from the beginning, but this would be a good. So anyway, so the jar has is supposed to have all clear base in it. So that helps us to begin our marble identification, right? And then from there, you might take out the ones that are kind of similar, right? So clear base, brushed. Is it a patch? It depends. Some people might describe this as a patch and others might not, but it's definitely clear base brushed, right? On only part of the marble. Okay. And that's kind of what we got going on here. Clear base with some sort of cap or brush. And the brush is on the top, right? The color or the brush is on top of the marble. It's not a solid that goes through the marble, right? So we're narrowing down the type of marble that we're trying to identify. Okay, let's look at this one. Is this one the same? Similar, right? This might be called a brush patch, whatever. Okay, so we got that. Are any of these different? No, these are all pretty similar. Clear base, some sort of brushed patch. This one here has an extra color. It has the white and it has it's like a purple, like a dark purple. Okay, so now what? Well, I think these are they're older marbles. right? So they're not Vacors, and they're not what's that marble called? I'll think of it later. There's another marble company that makes newer marbles. We know they're vintage marbles, and they have a patch and they have a clear base. So if you type in clear base patch marbles, brushed with brush patch marbles, Vitro AJs come up, right? Okay. So now we got Vitro AJs, right? Here we go. Vitro AJs. All the different types of Vitro. So this is Google, right? So nice Google search. And some of the Google search are going to show you other websites, right? So this is one of the websites. It's called Marble Collecting. And in the Vitro AJ, AJ, it shows the Victory, the Conqueror, and the Phantom Conqueror, right? As well as the early Vitro AJ marbles are the brushed variety. Okay, look at that. So now we got, right, and it has pictures. So clear, all clear base. And then we have the Victory. You put your finger over it, your mouse. We have the Conqueror. We have the Phantom Conqueror. Okay, so we have the clear. Let's click on that. Okay, clear base, brush patch on the top. Do we have anything that looks like that? Whoa, that one's actually blue. This one's purple, but I'm actually I want you to look at it just about like that. I'll keep it right there, just like that. Let me tell you, that blue, that aqua is beautiful. So let's look at that. Then look at this. All right. So this is a Victory. This marble is a Victory, right? We're like 99% sure that the marble I just showed you, and look, and it's funny. Look at the color, and look at the color. So we also see that um, the Vitro AJ company used, that's one of their colors, and they have this color on a different type of marble on the Victory. That's the Conqueror, but they also use that color on the Victory because it's the same color that we have on our marble. Okay, very good, very good. Can we find the exact? Now let's see what else we got going on here. Okay, helmet. So they have other marbles that they're showing here, and other ways to identify the Conqueror and the Phantom Conqueror. Okay, how about this place here? And this is another pretty good website. Which one is this? Marble Allen's Marble Identification Guide. It's called buymarbles.com. Okay, the Vitro Agent Company, 1932, 1992, and then they got all these great pictures. They have an explanation, the victories, the conquerors, the brush patches, aqua jewels. I'm actually going to stand up for this. So look, now, what does this say? Because the one we have is aqua, and this is, let me tell you, I didn't plan this out, okay? Where's this? Okay, brush patches, I'm going to read it. Brush patches, aqua jewels. Brush patches are among Vitro AJ's oldest marbles. The base is either transparent, clear, or opaque white and has colors brushed on the surface. Some of these have oxblood. Sometimes the oxblood is anemic, meaning it's not that bright. Which, by the way, that patch on that specific marble would be the anemic oxblood. It should be noted that victories and conquerors are types of brush patches but are discussed separately below. Okay, aqua jewels were Vitro's line of Cleary marbles. They came in a variety of clear colored base glass and were one of Vitro AJ's best sellers. Okay, so not only did we find that this marble, where's it at? Not only did we find that this marble is the agate, vitro agate, sorry, but that is also, I'll put it back and we'll look at it when we're done here. But it's also a an aqua jewel. It's an aqua. It's literally aqua clear base, which I actually said prior to looking up here. Okay, so let's see. Now, do we find it? Can we find it here? That's close to the color. Let's see. I'm trying to see if it's here. Are there any other ones? Okay, these are the tricolor ones. I think they call them tri-lights. All right, but we're going to look for the one that we got. See if it's here. All right, this would be it. Oh, funny. Look, I said this would be it. I said, all right, that looks like it. And I went over here and look, it says Victory, which we identified it in the previous one. And that's like the anemic ox blood. And what's that one say? That's the Conqueror. The Conqueror has the white brush underneath the patch. So we identified it on one website, and this is the exact color that's there. That's the exact color of the marble. And then we went to the other website and we double checked it, so we know it's a Victory, and now we know it's also the aqua jewel. Okay, now let's look back over here. Okay, excuse me. I have a let's see. Do I have the flashlight here? Yeah, I do have the flashlight. Okay, so let's see. I bought this flashlight just specifically for this. So we have an aqua jewel, vitro agate with the anemic ox blood patch. And that's the process. That's what I have to go through to identify a marble. And that's one marble, right? Now, if they have the brushed on the bottom, that's a Conqueror. And I've done this for several marbles. Which one is this? This is the Parrot. I found the Parrot in one of the marbles. Here's a Conqueror. It has the white brush on the bottom of the patch. These are Victory Agates, like the one I showed you, except these ones are yellow with clear base. These are not, what do they call them? Aqua. These are not aqua jewels. And here's another vitro agate Victory. Okay, so it has the brush patch, the clear bottom. This one has the green. Maybe this is a green jewel. I don't know. Whatever. So imagine that. How long is this? So far this video is over 13 minutes long, and we've identified one marble. Okay, so obviously this is one of the reasons why people they put, when they list marbles, they'll put down several different names and they'll write down, I'm not a marble expert. You know what? I want to know what and if you watch my coin videos, especially my penny searches, I want to know what the error is. I've been corrected on the types of errors that I reported in my videos by my subscribers, and one of them said, "Oh, I thought one was a broad strike. It's a specific error on a penny or a coin." And he said to me, "No, that's not a broad strike. That's a misaligned die." And of course, I had to look it up, right? I'm not just going to take someone's word for it. And I looked it up, and he was correct. I said it was. I never even heard of a misaligned die up to that point. So, and the same thing goes with marbles. We have identified exactly what this marble is. This is a vitro agate Victory aqua jewel with anemic ox blood patch. That is exactly what we have here. Now, someone could say, "Oh, that's this and that." I would have to check what you're saying, but as far as what I just looked at, This is what we have. We have identified exactly specifically this type of marble, and it's a process. It really is a process. But for me, it's worth it. That's how my brain works. I like to know things. I like to understand what I'm looking at, and I like to be corrected. So, respectfully corrected. And that's how I learn, and that's what my channel's about. And I and this is why I enjoy what I do, and this is and a lot of people like what I'm sharing. Okay, so thank you. I hope that was helpful. If you don't know how to identify marbles, that should have been a pretty good um, review of a process and technique that might work for you. Okay, and if you have this many marbles, and this is what I do, you put them separate. So I have a clear base there, and let me see. And then I have another one that says solid base, right? Because I think like master marbles are solid. So it starts the identification process by putting them into categories first, separating them into jars and categories or bags or whatever you want to use. Okay. Thank you for coming. Thank you for subscribing, and I will see you on the next one.